Hello everyone, welcome back to Kalal English Sport, where we make sports your English classroom. In this video, we'll learn English through football commentary from a thrilling match between Manchester City and Chelsea. By breaking down key phrases and statements, you will improve your language skills while enjoying the excitement of the game. Let's dive into the commentary and explore the language used. After something like 8 or 9 minutes later than advertised, our teams are making their way out. We will start from the word advertised. It means announced or scheduled. When we come to the phrase making their way out, it refers to the fact that these players are coming onto the field. So what do we understand from this statement? Number one, the teams, in this case Manchester City and Chelsea, they are coming out onto the field about 8 or 9 minutes later than scheduled. I don't know why I started by saying number one, like I have a list, because I don't have a list, and we're not going to dwell on the fact that they came onto the pitch 8 or 9 minutes later, but instead we will move on to the actual game. So the game started, and as you can see, Erling Haaland is taking the penalty. He takes that chance from the penalty spot. He scored now in 3 of the 4 US Tour games. Let's take a look at the phrase penalty spot. It refers to the designated spot for taking a penalty kick. And in this case, do you see the white thing on the pitch? So this is what we call, or what they call, a penalty spot. US Tour games. It refers to matches played during a tour in the United States. So what we understand from this statement is the fact that Erling Haaland, he scored from a penalty kick and making it his third goal in 4 games during the US Tour, and that gave Manchester City a 1-0 lead over Chelsea. So we just learned that Erling Haaland, he took the penalty and he scored it, but then the referee says you're going to have to take it again. Robert Sanchez got a huge smile on his face. So over here, the referee refers to the official who enforces the rules in a football match. So the referee said, Erling Haaland, I see you scored the penalty, but you're going to have to take it again. I feel like the commentator said again, but Erling Haaland was forced to take the penalty again. Since he scored the first time, here is Chelsea's goalkeeper. His name is Robert Sanchez, over here with an accent. So as you can see, he's smiling a bit. So that's why the commentator said he's got a huge smile on his face. I'm sure Robert Sanchez is thinking, well, this is my chance to stop Erling Haaland from scoring a penalty. I've got a second chance. Well, he tried, but then he failed. Because what happened is Haaland retakes the penalty after the referee's decision, scoring again. Chelsea's goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez, thought he could save it, but could not. After taking the penalty the second time, this time his penalty counts. So his team is leading Chelsea 1-0. And as you can see, Chelsea are behind 1-0. And while they were playing, let me use my pen. Okay, so do you see the Chelsea's player over here? I feel like he tried to pass the ball to maybe this player, to his teammates, but then he failed to do so because the ball landed under Erling Haaland's foot. They have given it away again on the edge of the area. Haaland shoots and it's 2-0. So before this opportunity, Chelsea, they were only behind 1-0, but after making this mistake, now they're behind 2-0. So let's take a look at the phrase given it away. It means lost possession of the ball. So Chelsea lost possession of the ball right at this moment. On the edge of the area means the edge of the penalty area. So as you can see, Erling Haaland is here. He's near the edge of the penalty area. So after he got the ball, he turned around, he shot the ball, and he was able to score it, and that made it 2-0 for Manchester City. So Chelsea loses the ball near the penalty area, and Haaland scores again, making it 2-0 for Manchester City. Now let's move on to the next goal, and that goal was scored by Oscar Bobb. So here is Oscar Bobb. He is Manchester City's player. So as you can see in front of him, there are two players. There are two Chelsea players, and here is the ball. So what had happened is he had it on his right foot, moved it so quickly onto his left, played it in between two defenders beyond Sanchez. So in this case, right foot and left foot indicates the foot used to control or strike the ball. So from this statement, we can understand that he used both of his legs before striking it or before scoring it. And defenders are players whose main role is to prevent the opposing team from scoring. Well, they failed to do so. Therefore, in this particular case, what happened was Oscar Bob skillfully switched the ball from his right foot to his left foot, and then he scores, and then he made it 3-0 for Manchester City. After Oscar Bob's goal, Chelsea were behind 3-0, as you can see, but then Erling Haaland got another chance and he scored a hat-trick. Chelsea, from a kickoff, as they did in the first half, sloppy in possession. Kickoff refers to the start or restart of the game. So the start of the game refers to the first minute or the first second in the first half. Then the restart refers to the second half. In this case, Chelsea, from a kickoff, as they did in the first half, sloppy in possession. Sloppy in possession means careless with the ball. And Erling Haaland was able to score his third goal of the match. So from this statement, we can understand that Chelsea were careless with the ball from the kickoff, and Haaland scored his third goal, making it 4-0 now. So Chelsea were behind 4-0 with 4 goals deficit. But then Sterling scores on the volley. Over here on the volley means kicking the ball before it touches the ground. So the ball was around this area. I feel like this was the player who passed the ball to him. And as you can see, the ball is in there. So before it touched the ground, he kicked it and he was able to score it on the volley. So Sterling scores for Chelsea, reducing the deficit to 4-1. Because the deficit was 4-0, now the deficit is only 3 goals. That means Chelsea are behind 4-1. And right before the game ended, the ball was over this area. And Madueke is over here. So one of the Chelsea players, passed the ball to him. So the ball was played into Madueke. Over here, the phrase played into means passed to. So a player passed the ball to Madueke, and Madueke charged into the penalty area. Over here, charged into refers to ran quickly. So as you can see, he was around this area and he ran with the ball into the penalty box and he slipped it beyond Carson, and it's 4-2. Carson is one of Manchester City's players. He was not able to stop Madueke from scoring for Chelsea, so Madueke scores for Chelsea, making it 4-2, and the game ended with Manchester City winning. Thank you so much for watching this video on Kalal English Sports. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed learning English through the exciting commentary of the Manchester City versus Chelsea match. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And stay tuned for more football commentary lessons to improve your English skills.